So what excites you about K-2 teachers teaching the skills curriculum and Sounds First activities this year?
Well, first of all, the consistency of the curriculum, but the most impressive piece is the progress that the students have made. We implemented last year, and during a global pandemic, our students made more progress during that experience than they did in previous years. So various scenarios, hybrid, traditional, and it's teacher buy-in. They're excited. So when the teachers are excited about it, but I talked to one teacher, she said it just makes sense. It's based on science. If they can't hear it, they can't read it. And she said, I'm just thrilled for what they feel in the program or in the curriculum.
Yes.
So yeah.
Awesome. And to build on that, what are some other things you're hearing K-2 teachers say about the skills curriculum this year? What are other comments?
Right, so the cueing piece that is consistent within the grade levels, within the classrooms, that common vocabulary that follows them up, but especially that knowledge piece. And what we've learned, with nursery rhymes, not all of the students have had that exposure, and so we're providing that wholesale and making it relevant to where they are. So I honestly have heard no negatives, especially adding in that knowledge piece.
Mm-hmm.
They've got everything they need.
Right. And I am hearing that too, that the kids are loving the fairy tales in kindergarten. They're loving, or the nursery rhymes in kindergarten, the fairy tales in second grade. And our kids haven't necessarily had that exposure like we would have taken for granted other years. In fact, one of your teachers the other day said, these kids, some of the kids did not know who Cinderella was. I'm like, what? Are you kidding? But that's true. And also the fact that we are using the skills to read, to write, and integrating them this year.
Yeah, it's putting them on a path to success. So when we hit third grade, we're able to actually read to learn and dive into that robust curriculum. And so it's setting them up very well.
All right, and so we know that we are involving all stakeholders in this initiative. But so how do you support teachers in your building with teaching the foundational skills, whether it be through the scheduling or the IPG or your encouragement? How do you support teachers?
First and foremost, it's the scheduling, to make the time, because when it's built in, then it's easy to say, well, I've got to cover this, this, and this. But when you dedicate this chunk of time is for this particular piece of curriculum, this aspect of it, then it gives them, okay, I have this, I can do this. The encouragement, and that hasn't been hard. Once they saw how much they progressed and how quickly, and that all students, regardless of ability, had the opportunity to thrive, that part's easy. So, and then of course observing, just sitting down, bragging on what they see, and the students want to bring you things all the time. So it's good.
Mm-hmm. Do you get the feeling that the teachers really look up to you as the school building administrator and what you believe in, and they too believe in that highly too? Do you get that feeling? And
traditionally, yes, with any initiative, this one's been really homegrown. They've bought into because they've gotten to see it, and we had the time during a global pandemic to spend with those smaller groups, and they were more in favor really from the get-go. Just they saw how much they could progress. So of course, our pull for it and our support, it gives them that like, okay, we can do this. And that's really what they needed last year. We can do this.
Yes. What impact do you think that foundational skills instruction will have on the students this year and then also upcoming years? What do you expect to see with that trend?
So historically, we've seen the fluency piece will really hit them as they get older. It's just the time it takes for them to get through text and to comprehend it. And us starting this so early, and the students getting the knowledge piece, getting the sounds piece, we're just stair-stepping them to where they can fly when they really need those pieces. And of course it's science-based, which it just makes sense. Makes sense. And very, very proud of our teachers and the enthusiasm of the students. They experience success like they haven't before. So I think just that confidence, they'll be ready to go.
Yes. And I know your teachers attended the Reading 360 training too. How did you encourage them to do that, and how did you see that helping them with their knowledge?
They obviously, when you make a commitment like that, there's some degree of reservation. But once we talked about what the content was going to be, and it aligned perfectly with what we were doing, learning leader went, and of course she's not in the classroom teaching, but she said, I'm so happy they got to hear and experience that, because it just validates what we've decided, the commitment that we made. And so it really gave them extra tools.
Yes. Okay. Any other thoughts about the foundational skills this year?
Super excited. Cannot wait. Hopefully, we continue on this path of being in school every day and kids here every day. I can't wait to see historically as we move forward, especially this kindergarten group, where they sit in third grade. It'll be awesome.